Hi, I'm Cameron Sheets with Queerty. I'm so excited to be here with the old gays today. Now, I want to give you each the opportunity to just say hi and introduce yourselves briefly. So we'll start with Jesse up top.
Hi there. I'm Jesse. Glad to be here.
And I'm Robert. And I'm Bill.
And I'm Mick.
Why do you think it's important for the group of you, as representatives of the older generation to be on TikTok, especially as gay men?
I think we serve a role model.
And the other thing that's so great is just making all these people so happy. I mean, that's just absolutely heartwarming.
Mm-hmm.
And history is important because we've lived much of the gay movement of the past 50, 60 years as active participants, and being able to give our perspective on what it's been like, I think is very important for young people.
And it's also, to me, young to know that old people aren't dead people.
Yeah.
Right.
Like we are hilarious. I grew up around older people too. And I just like old people.
And I also see in a lot of millennials and Generation X's, a lot of, for lack of a better word, fear of the future. There's a lot of angst out there. And, for somebody myself who has lived through HIV, I have a chronic illness now, but also, through the whole nuclear arms race, these existential points, we've lived through. And I think a lot of young people are getting depressed by what they hear and see.
I think as we're talking about, bridging gaps between generations, I would love to hear if there's something from your youth, from growing up, that you were really interested in that you would like the younger generation to know about.
I just loved watching Flash Gordon and Hopalong Cassidy, and the movie Billy the Kid left me with going through the theater crying. And I knew there was something different about me at that time.
There were a lot of TV shows at the time that I would watch just because of the young people on it that I would swoon over, like Leave It to Beaver. Wally Cleaver, bless his heart, was one, and Tim and Marty, I remember. These are names nobody today knows.
All the time.
My hands fly off for some reason.
My favorite thing was, because we only had 3 channels, was Tarzan, Johnny Weissmuller. Johnny Weissmuller.
Weissmuller.
Yeah, whoever that guy is. Tarzan, that's all I know. I just love that little short skirt of his.
My favorite, actually, that I think about it now, was also a Tarzan movie in the 60s with an actor named Mike Henry, who played football for USC and the Rams. And when he came out on film, it was 70 millimeter, in a loincloth, a linebacker's body. And I remember everybody in the audience whistled. And I thought, that's what I want to be.
Yeah.
I want to be like Mike Henry.
I want to do what we'll kind of call, this is essentially a free association game where I'm just going to throw out a name or a phrase, something in the culture that we all know and probably all have opinions on. And so I just kind of want to hear what first comes to your mind when I throw these words out at you. Robert, I'm going to start with you. Our first phrase, our first name is Olivia Newton-John.
Oh, pure beauty and soul. I was in love with her when I first saw her.
And also the fight that she put up against her cancers. And though she finally succumbed to it, she put up a really good fight, and she should be rewarded for that.
Our next phrase, these are gonna be very random, but the next phrase I'm gonna point to Jesse at first, and the phrase is Florida.
Warm, sunny, and former home of mine.
Yeah. So all good memories or
Oh, okay, politically. Screw. Simple, one word.
all right, we'll point this next one to Bill. The word is ZADDY with a Z.
Well, that's what I am.
That's it.
Naturally.
And it's absolutely amazing how many younger followers. I was absolutely shocked, but there is a very much the younger people not just wanting to jump in bed with ZADDY, but to find out, you know, where we came from, what were our growing pains when we were getting up. So, yeah, I'm a ZADDY.
The next one I'm going to point to you, Mick, and it's funny because you mentioned her earlier, but the name is Madonna.
Oh, goat.
Goat. As simple as that. Goat. Absolutely.
Goat. I mean, she's done it all.
So, Robert, this next one is going to you. The word is grooming. Grooming.
It just is a total fabrication, if I should say, because I have never seen it in my life that an older person has groomed a younger person for being in the gay life. And I think we're going to see some serious ramifications of this in the near future.
The next word, I'll point to Jesse. It's another name, and I'm curious if you have opinions on this person. The name is Harry Styles.
I know the name well, but I can't picture who Harry Styles is, and I don't have my phone here to cheat at me.
That's fair. I put you on the spot. Does anyone else know Harry Styles?
Yeah. He was the first act at Coachella.
That's true. That's true.
Oh my gosh. Okay.
He's got great style and a great clothing sense too.
Yes, and he's very open-minded.
That's a great way to put it. This is another one I'll be curious to know if you're familiar with. The term is himbo. HIMBO. Himbo.
Sounds sexy.
That's right. Well, we've heard the term bimbo, right? Unfortunately, kind of.
Oh,
negative
a himbo.
Yeah.
I've been accused of being a himbo.
Really?
Well, would a ZADDY call his little friend
A himbo?
Not
Maybe so. I think the idea being that a himbo is really, really buff. Yeah. But maybe. Yeah. The last word is queerty.
Queerty. Oh, our family.
Yeah.
You're our family. You're part of our family. Thank you so much for the award and inviting us into your home. And like I said, I hope this is the first of many times interactions together.
And thank you for your support.
Yes.
It's been really heartwarming.